Why people fail in marriage part 1. Why people fail in marriage part 1. Yes, marriages don't fail, rather people fail in marriage. So in this video I'll be giving you one of the reasons why I believe and think people fail in marriage. First things first, I would like to say marriage is the oldest institution in the world, ever created in the world, and that was done by God himself. So God is the owner, the founder, the creator of the Institute of Marriage. And every institution has its rules, principles, and regulations that you must follow if you need to be successful in them. It's just like enrolling yourself in a fashion institute, an academic institute, any of the institutes. You discover that these institutes have their set out rules and regulations that you must follow if you must be successful, and you must graduate from that institute, with good grades and flying colors. So the Institute of Marriage is no different. It has its own rules and regulations, and it has its own terminologies that you must use if you must be accustomed with the rules and regulations. So what are the first terminologies that you should get used to? Number one is you must abandon the I, me, and my syndrome. These words, these terminologies, these jargons do not exist in the world of marriage. What exists in marriage is are, we, us. These are the things that exist in marriage. And that's why you see a lot of marriages are crumbling these days. This video is specifically to some women, most women, who actually believe and they feel like, oh, my money is my money. They have this my money is my money mentality in marriage. I'm here to tell you today that this is one of the major reasons why I strongly believe that marriage will not work out. So in marriage, there is no such thing as my money. There is no such thing as my money. There's no such thing as I or my or me. What we have is our. Baby, we own a car. Baby, that's our car. That car is for us. These are the words that exist in marriage. And because the man, the husband, is the head of that union, that automatically places the authority of deciding whatever use that money is going to be in the marriage. Women who argue about money, women who argue about possession of money in marriage, are women who are naturally selfish and have no idea about what submission is all about. A lot of them will disagree with this video. A lot of them will come under this conversation and tell me, oh, you're wrong, you shouldn't say that. But I'll tell you for free, as a woman, if you are not submissive with your money to your husband, you are not ready to be a wife. Submission is all inclusive, including your money as a woman. I know that a person might be wondering, why is it that I'm talking about the women? Why am I focusing on the women? It's because that behavior it's more peculiar with the women. If we are going to be very honest, that particular behavior is more peculiar with the women. I'm not saying men don't do it, men do it, and that's why I'm saying this is one of the reasons I believe the marriage will fail. Both the man and the woman needs to get rid of that mentality, because it is one of those little foxes that spoil the vineyard. If you keep saying my house, keep saying my car, my money, my this, it keeps generating inside of you this mentality of selfishness, and before you know what's happening, you no longer have the desire to share your stuff with your wife. You no longer have the desire to be kind to her. Everything is now centering around you because you gave yourself that opportunity in the first place with the kind of terminologies you use. Now, how powerful is using the wrong terminology in marriage? I'll tell you how powerful it is. It is similar to using the wrong terminologies in the profession of medicine and in law. And in law, you can imagine a medical doctor who does not know the right terminologies, the right jargons to use in his profession. He's going to find it really difficult to communicate, especially with his fellow doctors, his fellow medicine practitioners. So in every institution you find yourself, you must learn the needed jargons, the needed terminologies that are needed to communicate better. And constant use of these terminologies, constant use of the right words, of the right jargons, will eventually give you the right mentality that you need to have, will eventually make you begin to feel like a doctor. Yes, it happens. The more you keep talking like a doctor, you keep using medicine terminologies, you keep using a law terminologies. Before you know what's happening, you start feeling like a lawyer, you start feeling like a doctor. And once you start feeling like it, before you know what's happening, you start behaving like it. So that's the effect of using the right words and the right terminologies in the world of marriage. The world of marriage is no different. If you keep using if you keep using the wrong words, my, me all the time, before you know what's happening, you start feeling about yourself all the time. You start feeling yourself. You start feeling like the marriage is all about you. And once you start feeling like the marriage is all about you, before it happens, you start behaving selfish, acting selfish, which automatically kills the love, the joy, the unity in that marriage. So this is one of the reasons that the marriage will crash. Failure to get rid of the I, me, and my syndrome